Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I'm your course instructor Tuba Asif for the course Institutional Management. In the last lecture, we discussed about the various kind of menu that we see in commercial areas, in commercial food industry, and what are the major roles a well planned menu can perform, and how a menu that is planned very well attracts a large audience and can make your food establishment flourish. And it can make so much profit if a menu is well planned. It signifies the core objective of the establishment as well. So in this lecture, we will be discussing about the some of the mechanics of menu planning, some of the importance of menu planning, as well as various kinds of commercially prepared menus, and what are the important considerations we need to keep in mind while planning a good menu. The core objectives of this presentation would be that you will be able to learn about the various mechanics of menu planning. You will be able to know that how a good menu plan is designed, and you would be able to learn about various commercially based menus and their types, and you will gain an insight that how you can use menu in healthcare organization. So let's begin with the mechanics of menu planning. So as we know that a menu is mainly a list of dishes a particular establishment is offering to the audience, that may include full meals, that may include um, some snacks or beverages or fast food or the traditional cuisines or anything else that is being presented to the customers. Menu planning may look like that it is a very simple exercise that you just need to put some of the dishes you think people would like, but it is a major concern of a food establishment that if the establishment is able to portray a good menu, only and only then audience will come and the customer would put a good word about their establishment. So uh, the dishes written on the menu should be the ones that would be attractive to the audience, that are easy to cook. The establishment knows very well about the raw materials of those dishes, and the personnel are skillful enough to prepare those dishes. For example, if I am going to open a restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, and none of my staff knows how to cook Chinese, so that kind of menu is would be a flop. Similarly, if I'm going to I'm going to establish a catering service that offers birthday cakes, but my head chef does not know how to make interesting fondants. So the skills of the cook are also very important while you are planning a menu. Then the writing format of menu is also very important. While you are for establishment, if you're going to make a menu, first of all you have to write the dishes. You are supposed to write the dishes using a pencil, that if you need to do some corrections, you can make those corrections, and it is very easy to do on a regular basis. It is very easy to change those dishes for the rough work. There are certain number of tools which a planner can use as aids for menu planning, for menu writing. It would be useful to keep the following ready at hand before starting to write a menu. What you can do, you have to be able to know about an updated file of the standard recipe. All the recipes should be standardized, that they would yield the same results, the same taste, the same color, the same texture every time to make them. And you must know what are the ingredients you will be needing to make that dish. What would be the methods and techniques you will be needing while you want to prepare that dish? What kind of personnel, what kind of skills you will be requiring for making that dish? You must know what would that particular dish would cost. What would be the portion size of the dish? How many grams your steak would be? How many grams your mashed potatoes would be? What would be the selling price per portion, and what is the gross profit you will be making of that dish? As we know, the core purpose of an establishment is to make money. So if a dish is not giving you profit, that there is no need for that dish to be on a menu. So these things need to be very clear in your mind, that what would be the cost, what would be the sale price, what would be the portion of the given dish, what would be the selling price, and what would be the profit you will be making out of that dish. Then you would be able to know that while writing a menu, you must know the price lists of the seasonal foods, that what foods are available at the market, what foods are in season. Would you be able to, if for example, if it is winter season, and there is a very common dish we like to eat in Pakistan, that is gajar ka halwa. तो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि इस गाजर के हलवे में आपकी जो कैरेट्स हैं, जो गाजर है, उसकी कॉस्ट आपको क्या पड़ रही है. ऑब्वियसली इफ इट इज जून एंड जुलाई, यू नो दैट गाजरें आर नॉट अवेलेबल. गाजरें आपको नहीं मिलेंगी मार्केट में, क्योंकि उसका उनका सीजन नहीं है. तो यू वोंट बी पुटिंग गाजर का हलवा ऑन द मेन्यू, ऑन द लिस्ट दैट इज इन ऑन योर मेन्यू. तो हमें सीजनल फ्रूट्स का, सीजनल फूड्स का, सीजनल रॉ इंग्रेडिएंट्स का बहुत ख्याल रखना होता है. Similarly, we must be able to know about the substitutes of the foods. अगर हमें मीट लेना है और मीट अवेलेबल नहीं है, तो उसकी सब्स्टिट्यूट में हमने क्या देना है. हमने फिश देनी है, हमने चिकन देना है, हमने बीफ देना है. तो हमें इसके बारे में भी अंडरस्टैंडिंग होनी चाहिए. Okay, and we must know about what would be the fate of the leftovers. हमने leftovers के साथ क्या करना है, उनको कहाँ पे कैसे एडजस्ट करना है, उनकी फर्दर कोई डिश बन सकती है, उसमें से कुछ एक्सट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं. ये तमाम चीजें ऑब्वियसली एक्सपीरियंस हेल्प अलॉट, लेकिन इन तमाम चीजों को देखना चाहिए. प्लस यू मस्ट हैव एन इनसाइट टू डिटरमिन which of your dishes on your menu would be the most profitable ones. जो प्रॉफिटेबल डिशेस होंगी वो आपको रेगुलेशन में रखनी होती हैं, उनको मजीद उनको स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन रखनी होती है, उनका पहले से आपने अपनी इन्वेंट्री में बैकअप रखना होता है. फिर इसके साथ साथ यू मस्ट नो that the list of foods in stock at the time of planning, in terms of leftovers, the prepared ones and the raw foods, it is useful to have updated stock list in order. That will enable earlier stocks. You must always keep the raw materials in your inventory, in your pantry beforehand, क्योंकि due to some market fluctuations or some ups and downs in the market, कभी आपको ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि ऑन द हैंड, ऑन रेडी टू गो, आपको कोई चीज ना मिल सके. तो आपकी पेंट्री में हमेशा बिफोर हैंड वो चीजें मौजूद होनी चाहिए. List of staff on leave, so that skills of existing staff can be kept in mind before placing an item on the menu. For example, if I'm running a restaurant जिसमें एक मेरी मेन डिश, एक मेरी फॉर एग्जांपल ग्रिल्ड फिश के जो मेरे शेफ हैं वो लीव पे हैं, if I know this, I won't be offering that specialty, that special dish on the menu, because I know the person who makes that standardized recipe is not there. तो जो आपको अपने अपने स्टाफ की स्किल्स को अपने माइंड में रखते हुए अपना मेन्यू को प्लान करना होता है. एंड प्लस यू नीड टू बी वेल अवेयर ऑफ द पॉपुलर फूड कॉम्बिनेशंस, कि किस तरह से बर्गर्स जो हैं वो फ्रेंच फ्राइज के साथ ऑफर हो रहे हैं, स्टेक्स जो हैं वो सॉटेड वेजिटेबल्स के साथ ऑफर हो रही हैं, जो सैलड्स हैं वो कौन सी टॉपिंग्स के साथ ऑफर हो रहे हैं, किस तरह की न्यू डिपिंग्स मार्केट में अवेलेबल हैं, किन फूड्स के साथ किन चीज का कॉम्बो जो है वो ज्यादा जो है वो ट्रेंड में है. तो ये तमाम चीजें आपको अपने माइंड में रखनी होती हैं. आई वुड लाइक टू कंक्लूड अगेन, आई वुड लाइक टू समराइज अगेन. You must know the list of the seasonal foods. You must know the raw materials. You must know what to do with the leftovers. You must know the skills of your staff. You must know which of the staff is going to be on leave. You must know the popular food combos. Then what would be the menu format? हर establishment का menu format different हो सकता है. There is no rule by the thumb के यही menu होना चाहिए, but the format is usually that it should be 1/4 of the menu card should be blank space, and the lettering, the size of the letters should be large enough that you can easily read them, or those letters would be very clear to you. Your specials would be highlighted. Items should be grouped together for the selection, usually the menus follow the specific order of the starters that usually begins from the start of the menu. Then comes the main dish. The main dish usually involves some meaty product, some fish product, some side dishes. They could also contain chicken or meat, but they could be vegetables also. They could be grains and pulses also. Then there would be cereals, the whole naan, chapati, or the rice would be included in this category. Salads are there. Some menus have the term of appetizers that include soups and salads. Accompaniments could be there. There would be desserts, and then there would be hot beverages. This is the usual format that is being followed. Now, what is menu balancing? The menu should not be very busy in its outlook. आपका मेन्यू बहुत एक अजीब शार्पन्ड नहीं होना चाहिए, बड़ा बैलेंस्ड और हार्मोनियस होना चाहिए. उसमें एक रिदम होना चाहिए, उसमें एक फ्लो होना चाहिए विद रिस्पेक्ट टू इट्स कलर, इट्स टेक्सचर, इट्स फॉर्म एंड फ्लेवर. और जो डिशेस हैं वो एक दूसरे को कॉम्प्लीमेंट करनी चाहिए, और कौन सी डिशेस कौन सी किन कॉम्बिनेशंस के साथ बेहतर जो है वो टेस्ट करती हैं या उनकी डिमांड होती है, वो आपस में एक दूसरे के साथ प्लेस की जानी चाहिए. As we can see, this dish is very well in the terms of the texture, as well as it. By looking at it, we are having an appetizing sense के इसमें कलर कॉम्बिनेशन बहुत अच्छा यूज किया गया है. दिस इज द ग्रिल्ड फिश, जिसमें होल फिश ग्रिल की गई है. उसका चारकोल और उसका जो फ्लेवर टेक्सचर है वो बड़ा नीट है. साथ में लेटस लीव्स आर गिविंग अ वेरी सूदिंग इफेक्ट ऑन आईज. साथ में बेरी और लेमन लाइम स्लाइसेस भी उसको बड़ा एक अच्छा टेक्सचर और फ्लेवर दे रहे हैं. नाउ द मेन्यू डिजाइन. किस तरह से आपका मेन्यू डिजाइन किया जाए कि बाकी एस्टेब्लिशमेंट से ये डिफरेंट लगे और आपका कस्टमर को बहुत अपीलिंग इफेक्ट आए, और इसकी प्रेजेंटेशन बाकी एस्टेब्लिशमेंट के मेन्यू से डिफरेंट होनी चाहिए. जो मेन चीज है वो मेन्यू का कवर है. उसका जो प्राइम कंसर्न है वो ये कि वो मेन्यू का जो कवर है वो थोड़ा सिंपल होना चाहिए, बहुत क्लियर होना चाहिए, प्रिसाइज होना चाहिए कि व्हाट इज द फूड एंड ड्रिंक दैट इज बीइंग ऑफर्ड टू द कस्टमर. फिर उसके साथ साथ जो पेपर की क्वालिटी है वो बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है. जो बहुत जो एस्टेब्लिशमेंट्स जिन्होंने बहुत ज्यादा इन्वेस्ट किया होता है उनके मेन्यू कार्ड्स बहुत ही अपीलिंग होते हैं. दे कुड बी वेरी फ्रॉम हाई हेवी ड्यूटी मार्बल पेपर in different color mixed or plain, or they could be hard vinyl covers which are now slowly being used to give a homely effect. They could be drawings of the food in front of the particular dishes, और आपके डबल साइडेड भी हो सकते हैं, सिंगल साइड पे भी लिखा जा सकता है मेन्यू. तो और उसको आप लेमिनेट करवा सकते हैं. लेमिनेटिंग इज अ गुड ऑप्शन बिकॉज इट कैन प्रिवेंट एनी स्टेन्स एंड इट इज वेरी इजी टू क्लीन अगेन. Shapes also play an important role in attracting the audience. Shapes of the menu cards may be different to attract the attention, such as a heart or diamond shape, or triangular shape, or it could be the shape of the establishment. For example, I have seen that a certain establishment has specializes in sandwiches, and their menu cards also are shaped like triangular and giving the texture of a sandwich. So menus can often be used as the vehicle for artistic and creative expression, being designed to match the decor of the establishment. Heavy and matte and slightly textured card with cream base and green or grey print with loud brown heading and a picture of a busy restaurant in front. Now, what are the essential requirements or the considerations you need to keep in mind while planning a good menu? The important features are 5 in number. The appeal. Appeal means it should be very attractive. There would be a harmonious effect of color and texture. The content. What are the dishes you're offering? What kind of entrees you are giving? Tips on dishes. That means that this particular dish belongs to a particular area, or it has a traditional importance, or it requires a specific skill. The format of the dishes, they're giving combinations, and the stain resistance of the menu card. It is usually preferred that it would be laminated so the stains or the grease could be prevented, or these are very easy to wash and use again. So here is an example of a menu restaurant. We can see a very nice color combination of black and yellow, and by looking at the front of the menu we can see the pizza there. So we came to know that this establishment स्पेशलाइजेज इन पिज्जाज। तो इस मेन्यू कार्ड को देखते ही मैं अंदाजा कर सकती हूँ कि ये एक तो जो एस्टेब्लिशमेंट है ये फास्ट फूड या पिज्जाज और कर रही है, में स्पेशलाइज कर रही है। फिर मेन डिशेस पे उन्होंने एक अपना एक उसको हाईलाइट किया और अपनी मेन डिशेस के आगे उसकी डिश भी दी है, उसकी पिक्चर भी लगाई है, साथ में उनके प्राइसेस भी दिए हैं। जो उनका वीकली स्पेशल है उसको उन्होंने सिग्निफाई किया है, जो बेस्ट चॉइस है उसको सिग्निफाई किया है, और बेवरेजेस और साथ में डिजर्ट सबके साथ उन्होंने इमेजेस और कलर कॉम्बिनेशन से अपने मेन्यू को बहुत अट्रैक्टिव बनाया है। Now, how you can add appeal to your menu card? A menu should be aesthetically appealing. It should be very easy to hold. Neither it should be very small to hold, nor it should be very large. There was a time when the large menus were in trend, but now there usually now there is a booklet. If there is proper restaurant, उसमें booklet होती है और उसमें pages होते हैं और आप उसको easily अपनी मर्जी की जो है entree उसको select कर सकते हो. Content is very important. Content should be readable. It should be legible for easily reading, with each group of dishes highlighted with the heading and the portions and prices clearly indicated. It may have visuals of items to enhance and contrast with plain writing of items. An unusual name for a dish should carry in brackets the description of the main contents or a cooking method. There could be tips on the dishes. A menu card might offer cuisine from different countries to choose a form which reflect indigenous cultures in some way. Description of recipe or the name of a place of an origin may be added to the dish name or group heading. Format would be very designed carefully, and it should be designed in a manner that price fluctuations can be accommodated easily without cancellations and overwriting. The menu should be stain resistant. You can always laminate your menu card, और we can see कि आजकल जो कई रेस्टोरेंट्स हैं, कई एस्टेब्लिशमेंट्स हैं, वो अपनी ग्लास टेबल के ऊपर मेन्यू रख के उसके ऊपर ग्लास अपना रखते हैं, जिससे आप इजीली मेन्यू कार्ड को व्यू कर सकते हो विदाउट होल्डिंग इट इन हैंड. तो some establishments are using this kind of method. Now, the pricing of the menu. Menus are priced according to the nature of the establishment. Commercial establishments have their goal of a higher percentage of the net profit than semi-commercial and non-commercial welfare organizations. Menu pricing have always been done in a catering establishment in a haphazard manner using the rule of thumb methods. Today, however, every operating department has to show at least a minimum of profit. The starting point for menu pricing is the calculation of food cost, both total and the portion cost for each dish. Then a food cost percentage is established with respect to the sales volume. If prices are too high, you would lose the customer interest. If the low profits are affected, and ultimate closure becomes imminent. Therefore, a price mix needs to be worked out to suit the customer's paying power and help them to select a menu suitably with their needs. If all items are low cost, you are probably leaving out some popular dishes that would be chosen by those who can afford them. Uh, Now, the menu display. The menu can perform its rightful functions only and only if the customer can see and read it clearly before entering a food service establishment. Menus may be displayed in many ways. On a menu board with the help of a plastic letter, which can easily be rearranged to change the name of the dish from day to day. Such a display is neat and clear. Its effect can be enhanced by using contrast in color, such as white or black or red on white boards. In small kiosks, canteens, or mobile catering vans, menus are displayed on blackboards written out in chalk. The disadvantages are that the chalk can be erased by customers, or anyone can do some mischief by removing your content from the chalkboards. Printed or neatly typed menus may be inserted in plastic cases and displayed. This method is often followed in coffee shops and cafeterias where a number of customers handle the menu to make their selections. In hostels or other institutions, typed menus are displayed on the notice board outside the dining areas where the students or the personnel can read those menus very easily. There could be the printed booklets placed in attractive waterproof folders, and it is also a method to present your menu to your customers. On the formal occasions, such as for banquets, small individual menu cards may be typed and placed on menu stands in front of each guest cupboard. Sometimes separate cards carrying the names of the guests are placed alongside. This enables invites to be directed to their proper positions on the table without commotion, and also indicates to each other what courses are being served.